Welcome back, PGF fans, grappling fans, submission, grappling fans, wrestling fans, all the fans. So, we have a special treat for you. Yes, I'm in a different location because changes are happening with the Egghead. Maybe not the things you might be thinking about. Okay, let's forget about that for now. Most importantly, we have an amazing guest with us today. We have a guy who's been through the gauntlet. But what type of gauntlet? Multiple gauntlets. First of all, he had to fight to get his way into the PGF. He did it by doing multiple qualifiers. And then once everyone realized how amazing he was, he made it to the PGF draft. But even then, he was in a location where he shouldn't have made a team on the starting roster, but somehow he did. And then he made it through the actual PGF regular season. And now he's about ready to make a second run at it, where he will be competing next Saturday, or this upcoming Saturday, pardon me, July 25th, only 5 days away, in Denver, Colorado, someplace I'm very close to right now, at the Colorado Wolverines' first PGF Season 10 qualifier, part of our amazing opening marathon for the PGF this season. So I guess let's bring out Noah MCculley.
What's going on?
Hey, there he is. So, I mean, let's get your elevator pitch out of the way. For people that don't know Noah MCculley, who are you?
I am a 10th Planet Purple Belt, training out of Southern Oregon at 10th Planet Grants Pass, and I've been training Jiu-Jitsu for about 4 years.
That's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
Please don't ever say that again. No, you're not allowed to be a purple belt. You're not allowed to have only been training for 4 years, sir. No way, no how. You're dangerous.
Thank
You're
you.
scary.
I appreciate it.
I would say that we are missing one half of the podcast now, Donald Rosenow, and he did say I did have to point out that he might have buggy choked you.
He probably
Is
did. I think he
is that
did. I think he dropped into my gym one time and he might have got me. I probably got him back though. Maybe not. But
hey, he said nothing about that. I mean, that's between you and him. I was told to bring up the fact that he buggy choked you, and letting a 30-plus-year-old guy buggy choke you. I don't know what's up with that.
That's fair.
Old age and treachery, man. Don't that's give it. I'm sure you're just being nice. You're giving a guy visiting a chance to work, and buggy chokes just kind of come on quick.
Exactly.
So it happens. I would say that. Well, before I say how I first got to know you, how did you first get into jiu-jitsu? I mean, only 4 years ago, which still blows my mind.
My cousin was actually doing jiu-jitsu at a gi school, and he kept asking me to try it. I eventually showed up, and he choked me, and I couldn't have that happen. He was like at the time 135 pounds, and I was like 190. So for him choking me out, I was like, that can't happen. So I started doing jiu-jitsu and just been doing it ever since.
And pardon me, just math is hard for me. You said you were 190.
Yeah.
What kind of stack were you on, sir? What was going
I
on?
used to be a fat boy, actually.
What?
Funny enough, when I was 15, I was 225. Yeah.
Woof, woof. And how tall are you?
5'10", 5'11".
Okay. So you're working on that defensive offensive line, CJ, and you can talk about that. It's great. All right. So the relative calls you out, familiar story, chokes you out because gotta pull
Mhm.
something over on the fam. You're like, not gonna happen. So then you get into jujitsu, and so is that how you lost the weight? Pretty much just doing the jits and like changing the life.
Yeah, pretty much just doing jujitsu, lifting, all that stuff. Yeah.
Just a healthy lifestyle, good people around you type of
Mhm.
thing. Now you said, were you always at Grants Pass or were you somewhere else first?
I've always been in Grants Pass, born and raised. Yeah.
Oof. That's a hell of a gym to be from. I've seen you guys during the team competitions with the little quintets with the 10th planet. That You guys bring the
Those
heat.
are always a good yeah, those are always a good time. Those are always awesome.
Yeah, you guys definitely show out. So how did the PGF first get on your radar?
First get on my radar. Well, I was watching it, and then I know at some point Brandon sent me a message, and he was talking about how he wanted me to be on it someday, and I was like, "Oh, that's kinda cool." And then I saw some of the qualifiers, and then I, signed up for the qualifiers, did the qualifiers, and yeah, now we're here.
Okay, very well. So I would say I had this like I don't exactly remember when it was, but I had this epiphany one time watching you at a qualifier. I can't remember if it was Las Vegas or maybe maybe it was even at the actual PGF itself or when I was researching you. But I'm like, oh my god, that's the guy that hits the Hundulu team. I mean, there's like Ben Eddy and there's you, right? Is there anyone else?
I'm not too sure, but yeah, I think that we're the 2 that probably have hit it the most in comp, yeah.
Yeah, because I mean that's a very specific move. That is very well, maybe okay for you, but like for anyone that has not Gumby, super crazy, mobility, that's not a
Mhm.
thing. How did you first start doing the Hindula team?
Travis Haven actually showed me the Hindula. He was the guy that was doing it before me. He showed it to me, and then I just made it my move, and then I got better at it than he did. But he's still got a nasty Hindula. He can still throw it up sometimes. He's got a couple finishes in comp, so that's pretty cool.
Ain't seen it in the PGF yet, Travis. I know you're watching. Ain't seen it, sir. So we'll find out. Uh, no, that's really cool. And you know, maybe we should talk about that as well because no, we'll get to that. So let's just go to the qualifiers first because you mentioned the qualifiers. Brandon messaged you, which like the guy that's seeing everything. So if he says that you got what it takes, I mean that says a whole lot about you. So I believe the Dallas qualifier that was your
Yeah,
first
that
one.
was the first one I did, and then I had Austin Aronde. I lost to him in the final, or not the final. Yeah, I think the finals. I believe lost to Austin.
Mhm. It was. I think it was because I believe it was double elimination.
Yeah.
I think you had
Hmm.
to face him twice.
Yep.
Yeah. So I so I've said it before. Uh, Brandon loves a company man. So you went to Dallas, obviously from Oregon. I mean that's already a
Hmm.
flight, maybe two, and you gave it your all. And Aranda is obviously he's a guy that made the playoffs, so he's a legit guy. And then you decided to keep
Hmm.
going. So what what was what about the PGF or about yourself said, you know what? I'm just gonna find my way in.
I just figure that if I just keep trying, I will eventually just make it happen. That's just kind of my mindset of everything. If I just keep training, keep doing jujitsu, I'm eventually gonna make it to the top of this sport. I'm eventually gonna beat all of these guys. Eventually, someday, I'll be at the top.
No, I love it. I mean, just keep swimming, Dory. Just keep swimming.
Pretty
Uh,
much.
yeah, that's right. The age group. I got kids. It's all good. No, but that's a really great mindset. So obviously you did Dallas, came up just short, and you were supposed to go to Philly, but you had a flight issue. Is that right?
Was supposed to go to Philly. The flight actually ended up getting canceled, so I wasn't able to make it to that one. And then I signed up for the Vegas qualifier, and then I made it to, I believe I lost. Yeah, I lost to JJ Bowers, and then I won my way back into the finals. And then I ended up getting tapped by Brett Moyer. He got me with an ankle lock, I believe. And yeah, after that, I went home. I was pretty upset, for losing. Uh, but Brandon gave me a call 2 days later and said that I was on. So that's pretty much how I got on. And yeah, it was a really great experience.
So did Frank did from pardon me, I'm dealing with altitude and dryness as opposed to being near the sea or the ocean, pardon me. So did your approach change from one qualifier to the next?
I don't think it changed too much. I think like I said before, just kind of that mindset of just giving it my all every time I compete, just putting it all out there and just seeing the results at the end.
So obviously, I mean, even at Vegas, you didn't win it, and
Did
so
not win it.
winning is the guaranteed way to get in, and
Hmm.
so there were a couple of days there before Brandon called you. I mean, what was that feeling like? Did you think that sorry, see you next year? I don't know, or how are you feeling?
Yeah, I feel like God has a plan, and I feel like if that was his plan, it was to just wait. Evidently, I was in the PGF. Brandon gave me that call. I feel like it was just part of his plan. So I kind of just view things like that.
Yeah, so our producer today and the GM for the Colorado Wolverines last season, and my son CJ and I were both at the Las Vegas qualifier, and man, you were the man to beat. Everyone was gunning for you. You came out. I think you hit Hindulutine in that first match, maybe less than 20 seconds. It was sick. It was ridiculous. I mean that's usually a long play thing, but you're like, boop, boop. All right, got him. The crazy thing, I don't know, like it seemed like you almost had like almost like an hour layoff or something because you finished your first two guys so quick. Is that something that kind of affected you?
Not too much, I don't think. I think that's just part of competing, the time in
Okay.
between matches. I think one of the biggest differences between competing then and competing now is probably just my confidence overall. I was just dealing with confidence issues in my jujitsu, and I just feel like now I'm not. I'm just ready to just go scrap with people and just try to win.
I mean, you've been training jujitsu for 4 years, and you've already been on, as far as I'm concerned, the biggest PGF or the biggest jujitsu stage there is with the PGF. I mean, you went through the actual week to week season, behind the scenes, all that stuff. That's insane. But before you got to the regular season, there was a draft.
There was a
So,
draft.
maybe for the folks out there that don't understand, I mean, what was the draft like to you? What I mean, this is completely new to you. So, I mean, how did it feel? What laid the scene for the people? Like, what was the draft like for you?
I think the draft was amazing. I showed up. I was obviously nervous. I had no expectations. I figured I would probably be picked as an alternate since I didn't even win a qualifier, but I ended up walking like five guys to end up on the phenoms, and that was really cool. And that felt really good. I got drafted for $2,800, I believe it was, or and yeah, it was super cool. Super thankful for that, and I was super excited.
Yeah, so I mean, essentially, for all the fans out there or people that are just learning about this, last season, every team could bring in two players contracted beforehand, and so we all had to pick out three different people from the draft to be on the beginning roster, the starting roster, if you will. And it was interesting because last second, Cheryl, Handsome Kevin, the man with the most stalls in PGF history, had to pull out, and so they were trying to figure out whether we were going to like throw you in at his spot, which would have been like in the roster number to be in that top amount to make the regular roster. But by that time, I think we'd all like done our strategy, and we're like, nah, man, I don't want to rejigger this whole thing now. Um, Plus, admittedly, and I told you afterwards, they stole my plan. If I didn't get the guys I wanted, I would. That was my plan too. I was walking people till I got to you. Um, you were Fakete. I mean, you're two guys. I was like thinking back there would be fun to have. Obviously, man, dual Latine, you're crazy. Fakete is also my fellow Marine, so there's some love there
For
too.
sure.
Okay, so is there anything about the draft that the fans uh, didn't get to see? I don't know if you get to see the draft, the show, but is there anything behind the scenes, talk amongst the players, the coaches, maybe like hey, beforehand, I'm really looking to talk, talking you up or anything from the production crew?
I'm not too sure. I think the draft was pretty cool. I think it went pretty well. I think the fans got a C. pretty much what it was. I think the PGF did a really good job at showing it. So not really. I think that it was pretty is what it is, you know.
No, I got you. And honestly, there's so much going on during the draft. It is,
For sure.
I mean, I imagine for you, being new to the secret location, as it were, and being on these couches and trying to figure out, oh my God, people are auctioning and bidding on me and all that stuff, or just seeing what's going on. Probably a little bit overwhelming. I mean, honestly, even me, I mean, and I've been a part of the draft, usually as a commentator for multiple seasons, but now as an owner, just trying to do all the numbers, even with my laptop. I mean, it was overwhelming for me. So I think we both probably missed a few things. There's probably some cool stuff behind the scenes that neither of us caught. But okay, all right. So get on the phenoms. Good job, Lauren. Picked you up. I was grumpy about that, but it's fine. Uh, so what was the PGF season like? I mean, this is the first time, right? No, second season where we did week to week. So you're there for 6 weeks. What's it like?
It was great. We would train in the morning and then train at night. It was pretty much just like what I do here, but I'm surrounded by all these world-class athletes, you know, getting to train with them, I just learned so much, you know. It was great. It was really cool. Really great experience.
All right, so just basically 6 weeks of like two-a-days plus competitions as well. Obviously, because I mean, for the fans out there, 3 matches every week for every competitor, and you just keep going. So, I guess what was the toughest challenge for you during the PGF season?
I think I said it before, probably just again my mindset, just my like confidence just wasn't where it should have been. And like that's the big shift between then and now. Like I said before, is just I'm gonna come in with a different level of confidence, a different experience with nerves. I was dealing with like a lot of just nervous energy and just nervousness, and I feel like I've gotten rid of a lot of that, and I feel like I'm a completely different grappler overall, and I'm super excited to show that this weekend.
No, that's perfect. I mean, because that's one of the reasons like Brandon actually built the PGF, because he wanted, besides making an amazing sport experience, but like he also wanted to give his students a chance to learn the skill of competing. Because I mean, the skill of jujitsu is completely different. I mean, the competition itself is its own skill itself, right?
For sure, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I think we also saw that with Jaden Groner, our MVP from the Wolverines. I mean, and he said the same thing multiple times. Like he just had to figure out. I said the magic word. So you're too young for Pee Wee's Playhouse, but that's the thing. If we say Wolverines, you get the sound clip. Sometimes he likes to give like a Shatner pregnant pause before he does it, just to mess with me. All right, so I guess one of the things like that Jaden was talking about was that, like yourself, he just had to figure out what was his best way to get in his mindset and to be ready to compete. And I think for him, I think he just needed to have fun, and I honestly, I blame myself, because that's what Catholic dads do. But I told all the guys I really, I got everyone I wanted. I mean, per my draft, and I'm like, man, you're gonna win it. I mean, and it's almost like baseball. You don't tell your batter like swing your foot at the fences. No, just do your thing. Just what you're supposed to do. So I think I messed with all my guys a little bit at first. I told them all to tap. So when they didn't tap and got broken, that's on them. But so I guess Jaden needed to learn how to have fun with every match, and you really saw he started having fun. And he started winning. What has been, what have you learned about competition that's made the difference for you and how you prepare?
You know, I think it's the exact same thing, and I think that just comes with a lack of experience. I think it's just you just got to prepare yourself the best you can and just go out there and just if you regardless of the result, you're going to train the next day, you know? So just go out there, give it your all, whether you win or you lose. Don't put too much pressure on the outcome. And then just see what the results are. You can always get better, you know? You can always
Yeah.
try again.
No, I love it because like that's we say that in so many sports. I mean, it's when you're not on the field, it's all that work that really does it. When you're on the field or on the mats, just enjoy it. You've done all the work, you've done all the prep, just have fun. And it'll be natural. So I guess you were surrounded by all kinds of world class athletes, all kinds of world class jujitsu folks. Who impressed you the most this season?
Probably, honestly, Sean Melanson. He probably had the most, like, he's probably one of the most technical grapplers, technical guys I've ever grappled with. Thought that was really cool. And then the way he carried himself in the competitions, uh, he didn't seem to get a lot of nerves, and I thought that was really cool, and that was something I was paying attention to, and I was just like, "That's really interesting how he was carrying himself on comp day." True professional, I thought that was cool.
100%. I mean, so Sean was tough trying to evaluate him coming into the draft. I mean, he'd been up against really, really high level people, but that had been like two plus years beforehand. I hadn't seen a lot from him since, and he's up in New Hampshire. So I mean, live free or die, love it. Best state in the Northeast as far as I'm concerned. But it's a little bit sequestered. I mean, now granted, he by being a part of BJJ Fanatics or supporting them or being integrated to them somewhat, he sees amazing people. But I had him on the podcast, and I knew he had some injuries going on ahead of time, and he's not a spring chicken. I mean, granted, if he's not a spring chicken, I'm a petrified chicken. So I get it, but yeah, man, he definitely showed us exactly who he was, which is just amazing. Much props to you, Sean, for real. I mean, he found out about some of the possible trade possibilities, and I still love my team and my people, but just numbers wise, you know, I did not make the best trade or lack thereof. So I guess so you had 6 weeks out there. You're training morning and night, and then of course every week you get 3 matches. Is there a round you had either during training or during the season that is like, okay, woof, this guy's on another level. I don't know about this.
Yeah, honestly, again, Sean, that's why I'm probably the most impressed with him is just how he rolled. Like, when I rolled with him, he could just it seemed like he could just do whatever, you know? It was just yeah, it was just showed that different level, and I thought that was really cool.
No, much props to him. He really did find his ways to his spots from all kinds of levels. I mean, even using like some kind of like old school jujitsu stuff, which is just amazing. Some of those old school armbar sit ups. It was like, wow, it still works. Wow, okay, Roger, got it. Truly impressive. I guess. All right, during the season, is there anything that the cameras? I mean, again, we had cameras behind the scenes, multiple cameras. I mean, I had to tell them to get on my face a couple times during the show. Is there anything the cameras did missed that you think is interesting that people should know about?
I don't think so. I think cameras got what they needed to get, you know? I don't think there's too much left out. I think did a pretty good job. Like I said, the PGF does a pretty good job of just showing what it is. I think,
Sure.
yeah.
All right. Very well. So I guess besides your mentality, how's your game evolved since the PGF?
My game. I guess you guys are just gonna have to see that on Saturday. You're just gonna have to watch that
Oh,
unfold.
close to the chest. He's keeping the cards. TJ approves. He likes it. No, I like it. Okay. Okay. Smart. Smart. We'll see you on Saturday. Love it. Everyone can watch, obviously Noah or me at, Colorado Wolverines Qualifier this Saturday on PGF World Kick and YouTube and Colorado Wolverines Kicking YouTube. All right. Very well. So you're going to keep your little secrets. I like it. All right. And you've already said like mentally, like one of the things was like it was really about confidence in knowing yourself. I mean, I guess maybe talk a little bit more because, like, honestly, 15 matches of like serious competition. That's more than most competitors get in a year, right?
Yeah, that was yeah, that was really think that's what helped me get out of that too, you know. Towards the end of the season, I started to realize that, you know, the matches matter, but they don't matter as much as I was making them matter. I was kind of just building everything up in my head, you know. It made it matter more than it should have, you know. So I was too attached to the outcome,
Okay.
and I think that's probably the biggest difference.
I mean, with 15 matches in the season, I mean, you can completely lay an egg in one match, and it really doesn't matter. It doesn't you got plenty of time to come back. And we've had people that got like subbed 3 times in a row on one night, and then come back the next week, become the hero for their team. So I mean, that is a thing, and I did enjoy, for the competitors that did not get as many submissions when they came, they were more valuable, right?
For sure, definitely.
I mean, God bless our team. We had some rough weeks at first, but then like every time once we started rolling, man, every submission was sweeter than anyone else's. I promise you. I don't know. Maybe obviously for yourself, your submissions were sweeter than anyone else's, but I don't know. I think going through the struggle means something.
For sure.
All right, very well. So if you could replay one match from your last season, you're like, you know what? I could have had that one. What would it be?
I feel like I could rematch any of my losses and potentially beat them. I feel like I would like to have a match with any of my potential losses. I feel like I had fun in that Cam Hurd match. I feel like that would be a fun one to get back. I'd like to replay that one again. That one would be a cool one.
Yeah, Cam's really tough. I mean, he, it's that like situation where you deal with the guard player and then Cam, obviously the top guy, and the kind of like cat and mouse thing going on. And some people catch him, some people don't. So I'll get you. All right. Okay, so what was it 2.5 weeks ago or so? I was like, hey, you know, just wanted to let you know, got a qualifier coming up. I know you're a little bit small for 170, but we got a 155 weight class. You're like, oh, bet. I mean, I'm just using the vernacular of the youngsters. You didn't say that. I can pull it up. But so what made you say, you know what? I'm down. I want to do this again.
Well, I was kind of already planning on doing one of the first qualifiers that came up, and you just had sent me that message, and I just hadn't signed up yet, so I decided to do 155. Makes more sense, and I was kind of already like walking around 175 anyways, so might as well just cut the weight and do 155.
Pardon me. I just gotta thank you, JB. I'm sorry for the lighting of my new place. I'm still moving in. I wanted to have the mountains in the background because I have a beautiful view out the front, but it's freaking more than 100 degrees out here, brother. No, I'm not. This guy's been too soft in Southern California, man. I've been spoiled. I need to acclimate before I can give you that scene. All right, so mm, is there anyone? Obviously, I would say that the 155 bracket right now for the qualifier is probably the most stacked. Fair to say.
I think it looks pretty great. I think, yeah, I'd say that looks pretty
Is there
good.
anyone that you really want to, you kind of like see on that list of guys? Like, okay, I want that match. I want that. I want that smoke, that fire. I want
I
that.
think
You're
it'll be
young.
me. I hope it's me and Matias Jimenez in the finals. I think that would be a fun match. I got a lot of respect for his game, and I think that would be a fun match.
Yeah, Matthias, our Blackfoot butcher from the Wolverines, that happened to end up playing a match for the Phenoms due to injury. He actually has kits from three. Keep me honest. Thank you, CJ. So he actually has, because he did the biggest qualifier like yourself. So he has their kit. He has our kit, because he was like one of our backups signed to the backup roster, and then he ended up playing for the Phenom. So he's got 3 different dang kits, pretty sweet. And he's great. I mean, I love Matthias. He's definitely he was like a little brother to the guys. Just such a great dude, and man, so positionally strong. I mean, like such ADCC, IBJJF background. I mean, if you want to, hey brother, if you want to see if your guard can hold up, that's a guy to go against because he's going to find a way, or he might not. I don't know. We'll see. All right. So I guess I would say for all the people that are thinking about doing the PGF qualifiers, um, should they? What's your advice for them? All that stuff.
Yeah, definitely. My advice would be just go out there and scrap. Just be exciting. Nobody wants to see you just stall the whole time. So just go out there and try to get some subs.
And I guess I would say, other than 155 bracket, because obviously you're going to win that, so it'd be a folly for anyone to sign up for that anymore. We do have some spots available. I mean, why should they sign up and give themselves a shot at the PGF?
I mean, if you think you got what it takes, you should sign up. Why not? What do you got to lose? Go sign up for the Wolverines Qualifier today.
There you go. I love it. I mean, well played, sir. Well played. I mean, because honestly, you're not going to get this opportunity again. And this is me just speaking Egghead here, but I don't care who you are. I mean, no, I didn't know you before the qualifiers, and I'm a huge, huge fan. I mean, well, granted, later on I realized, oh my god, that's the guy that does Hindula team. But you didn't get like an invite because of the Hindulo team. It's because like you came to a qualifier and you showed everyone who you are. You wrote your own story, sir, and that's the point. Anyone out there that believes in themselves, if you tell your friends that you're a BJJ competitor, I mean, because if you want to believe in yourself, if you want to be something, do something. If you want to, be the best, you got to beat the best. And if you want to be in the PGF, you got to get in the qualifier and win the damn thing. So let's go, folks. I mean, no, I mean, what else you got there on?
You heard the man. Sign up today. Let's go.
I mean, it's
don't wait.
It's pretty easy. Okay, so we've hyped up the qualifiers. We got, I think we have like 8 spots left. Oh, 6. We're down to 6. I mean, I'm sure. Let me pull up real quick. Oh wow, we actually have 2 at the 145. 2 open at 145. We still got 1 at 155. So if you want to take on Noah, you think he's full of it, come show the man.
Let's go.
170 is still full. 185 full still. 205, the big boys. Man, we still got 3 spots there. So, man, if you're little or big, let's go. Maybe get like a Master Blaster crew, like, to a small guy and a big guy from a gym. Let's, get in a car and make a trip. Let's go. All right. So now, well, here's a test. Not for you, Noah. We're going to get to your test in a second. Here's a test for our producer, CJ. Has he given us a good sound clip for rapid fire? It's time! Yeah, that's copyrighted, brother. I told you not to. Come on, CJ. All right. So, anyways, it's rapid fire time. We're going to go through these quick, and I just want this is like word association stuff. Like the first thing comes to your mind. Let's go. All right. Favorite submission?
Armbar.
Okay. Least favorite position?
Bottom mount.
Fair. Toughest role you've ever had?
Michael Sainz.
Most underrated PGF athlete?
Me.
Love it. Gi or no gi?
No gi.
I mean, you're 10th planet. Come on, man. Your dream PGF matchup?
Me against whoever's in the finals.
Love it. Favorite post-training meal?
Probably nachos.
Nice. What's your guilty pleasure?
Don't know that I got one.
Okay, you're boring.
Nothing
Very
really
well.
seems to come to mind there.
Okay, I mean we weren't going like sexual or anything, man. You could just
Well, yeah,
like
but
Jaden loves cinnamon rolls. I don't know. I mean, geez, not like like Goldeneye or freaking Roblox
I don't
or
know, dude. I'm pretty boring. I just do jujitsu. You know, don't really know.
very well. Okay, I got you. I mean, I'm a boring old man too. I mean, I just drive kids to practices and go to work and jits when I can. I got you. Okay, so I mean, we keep covering the whole thing. Oh, Travis coming in hot. Donuts. He says you're a donut guy. Is that from the Fat Boy days?
I would probably put down a couple dozen donuts after cutting weight on one of these trips. Probably referencing something like that. Done that a few times.
Okay, very well. I mean, nothing wrong with that. Do you have a certain type? Are you a Dunkin' man? You
Just whatever looks good, you know. It's all of them.
give me that sugar.
I used to be
Give
a
me.
fat boy.
All right, love it, love it. Okay, so what are your goals for PGF season 10?
Goals for PGF season 10, just do better than I did last season. Yeah, I'm pretty confident that I'm gonna perform very well this season. I'm just stoked to just give it my all again, and yeah, think
All
it's
right,
gonna be
so
really good.
personally, I love the fact you've already assumed the sale, as we say in sales. You're already there. You're already in PGF season 10 in your head already, and I love that. Um, you're going to do whatever it takes to get in there, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
All right, I love it. So, all right. I think we got a lot here. CJ hasn't told me anything. Oh my God, JB. He says he watches Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I mean, I guess if you're gonna pick one of them, that'd probably be one of the better ones. I guess. I only know this because my wife. Okay, 22 years. She does watch the Bravo. So, all right. 5 years from now, what do you hope people say about Noah McCulley?
I hope they say that I have really exciting jujitsu. I hope they think I have really exciting jujitsu, and I hope they say I was one of the best PGF champs
There you
ever.
go. Love it. All right. Where can people follow you?
Uh, Instagram at Noah McCulley 10p.
Love it. CJ threw up the IG QR code. Very nice. I mean, you might want to get a better photo. I mean, that does not do you justice. I mean, I'm a middle aged guy, and dude, I'm like, come on, do a little bit better. Come on, there's plenty of camera people around jujitsu. I mean, Travis is always has his DJI going on. I mean, ask him. All right, so who would you like to thank? For this, their help in this journey.
Shout out to my fiance, my parents, and Andrew, my coach, and everybody at my gym. Couldn't do this without any of them. And shout out Phalanx, my sponsor. Uh, yeah, just shout out to all of them. And thank you for having me on. I really appreciate this.
Of course, no. I mean, we've been throwing, been in the DMs a while. Always a fan, even though you got picked by another team, and we'll always be still a fan. I'm really impressed with you, your grit, your tenacity. You're very much undersized for this last season, and you still brought it against some really damn tough competitors, and it still galls me that you're a purple belt 4 years in. I mean, shit, I was a blue belt for 6 years, and you're just killing it. Again, that's just a different stage of life, and your dedication to it. And I'm saying I'm a fan. Okay, I mean, just
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
let's get. So I guess all right, CJ or the people in the chat. I'll give you a last second. We've gone kind of quick here. Noah's a man of few words. Maybe I didn't ask enough open-ended questions, perhaps. I guess is there anything I should have asked you while the fans in the chat are figuring this out? Is there anything I should have asked you or you want to talk about that I missed or yeah, anything?
I don't think so. I think I'm cutting weight. I'm gonna be 155. I'm gonna compete better than I ever have before, hopefully. You know, I don't think you missed anything. I think we're good.
All right. Well, nothing heard from the chat. Again, I would just say that okay. I guess the that's morbid, producer CJ. But if you have one day to live, again, non-sexual. What are you doing that one day to live?
What am I probably just spending time with family and friends, you know? What else you gonna do if you got one day left?
I mean, coming from one young man to another. I mean, how old are you?
21.
Okay, so you and CJ are the same age. Um, Damn, I could be your father. Good lord. Okay, let's stop thinking about that one. All right, you're not. You're in a totally different geographic location. Not possible. We're okay. Not talking about. Sorry, just have a little fun here. All right, so yeah, I guess I would just say, yeah, I am stoked for you. I mean, and maybe we'll cut you loose for a second. I'll cut some promos for the PGF period, but um, it is kind of like seeing my younger Marines out there, and I treat them like little brothers or nephews, people I really care about. And I'll say this, like you and Travis and Matthias and all the guys around the PGF. I really want the best for you. I want you to get in the PGF this season. Matthias, Travis, all the guys, all the Wolverines. I want them to all get in the season. I had to talk to them all. I'm like, hey guys, you're all the same weight class. I can't have you all be the same weight class on the team. I only got two spots. We got to figure this out. But we're all gonna be honest about this and friends and stuff like that. So, but the point is, just as you've told everyone else, you were damn exciting, sir. You go out with a Spartan mentality, come back with your shielder on it, and it's kind of like Matt Elkins from the Twister says, you know, we're going to find out fast, and that's what you do, one way or the other. Again, Brett got you once quick, but you got a whole lot of other people quick. If I remember correctly, I think you got your training partner during the PGF season, so that had to be a little sweet. I guess we didn't needle him too much. What was that like?
That was fun. That was great. That was probably one of my better performances that season, you know?
Yeah, there you go. Little 155, little 155er taking on the big dog, taking him down.
Yep.
Um,
Taking him down to put him down.
yeah, Travis. And again, here's the funny thing for the fans that don't realize what's going on. It's like Travis is such a cool guy. I mean, God bless him. He was going to come on the podcast last time and say, "Hey, let's get Noah on here too," and and so we had special guest Noah, obviously Jiu-Jitsu Invitational winner Travis last season, and then Noah came on, which was also a treat because you guys are both really cool guys. Yeah, Travis is saying biggest win in your career, and he thinks about it every day. So you live rent free in your training buddies. Most of our training partners that are like our best partners. I mean, we always live a little bit rent free in each other's heads, because like every day you're going against each other, you know each other's games, and you're figuring it out type of thing. And anyway, I'm rambling. The point is, PGF is my favorite thing in the world. Obviously, I bought a damn team because I believe in it so much. And people that get it, like yourself, like Travis, like Matthias, everyone that's selling out to be a part of this thing, that believe in it, that get it, that really believe in showing everyone that jiu-jitsu is a fun and amazing sport. I thank you. And again, I thank you for your time here. We're going to let you go. Please stay in the green room. I'll be there in just a couple of seconds. All right.
Awesome. Thank you again for having me.
Yeah, of course. No. See you. We'll see you in a few days. Okay. I get it. My lighting isn't great here. I'm trying. I'm not a a guy that does that stuff. So, most importantly, first of all, what's the PGF? The Professional Grappling Federation is what the PGF is. It is jujitsu that is everything you love about sports plus jujitsu. So, what does that mean? That means we have a preseason, a regular season, a postseason. We have a draft. We have fantasy PGF. We have everything. We have 6-minute matches. What's that mean? That means action. What do we have as far as like points? Because we have the whole season, every competitor is going to have 10 matches. So they're going to have 2 matches every week for 5 weeks. So every competitor has that. And so that way, if you have a fan, somebody you care about, if you go to a tournament, they might lose and then, well, there's your story. But as we just talked about today, in the PGF, you might have a bad day, lay an egg. All right, dust yourself off. Let's go. Bring it the next time. And you can. And that hero's story, the arc, we can all get behind it. We have the best camera operators there are that are jiu-jitsu players themselves. We have behind the scenes videos, videographers catching everything. You will be immersed in this experience, and it's coming at you every week for 6 weeks. And because now we have 8 teams, not only once a week, you get 2 nights a week. The PGF is the most exciting thing to have in jiu-jitsu in decades. I'm not going to go further than that, but I'll say at least decades. It is a singular experience, and it's made for the fans like yourself. So, if you love jiu-jitsu, or even if you just love sports, check out the PGF. PGF World, YouTube, check out the last seasons. It's going to happen, regular season, this upcoming March in 2027. But you don't have to wait for the regular season because the preseason starts this weekend. This Saturday, Colorado Wolverines, probably about 12:40 Mountain Time. We're going to start. We have all 5 weight classes, 145, 155, 170, 185, 205. 5 brackets, up to 16 grapplers apiece, and most of them are full. And we're going to see who gets a chance to be in the draft. Now, once the qualifier season is over, the preseason, then we'll have a draft. And you'll get to see who's going to be on every part, every team, 8 teams. Colorado Wolverines might just be the best one. Thank you, CJ. But there's 7 other ones, so pick your favorite. But you'll get to see who your team is. And then again, bringing you to that regular season, and 2 nights a week, you get to see PGF action. This can be phenomenal. And what you'll find out is that every competitor is trying for a couple things. One, can they be the top person in their weight class for the season? And they'll get a prize. But the big prize, the big moolah, I don't know if it's announced. I don't want to go on probation again. But the big moolah, and it's back up where it used to be, I'll just leave it at that, is for the team. Because this is a team sport too, where everyone cheers for each other. So everyone's going to be trying to put as many points up as they can. And points, pardon me, let's not forget this. You don't have to understand wrestling points. You don't have to understand IBJJF. I don't know what the hell an advantage is. I hope I never do, because that seems silly to me. I don't know about takedowns, whatever the points, blah, 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 blah. Here it is in the PGF. Submission or nothing. If you get a break, joint lock, arm bar, heel hook, ankle lock, knee bar, whatever, 3 points. You get a kill, any type of submission, basically neck or above. Smother, rear naked choke, anaconda, darce, etc. 6 points for a kill. Why? Because that means that guy can't actually be in a fight anymore, and we want to have that action. And if you're quick, Jonathan Roberts, the LBG, or the Colorado Wolverines LBG, Jaden Groner, and get a submission within 1 minute, get a bonus point. All these things are going on, all kinds of excitement, all kinds of fun, all kinds of things that drive the action. And so, again, if you're a sports fan and you have any inkling about jiu-jitsu, this is the place for you, period. All right, fans. I got to get back and talk to Noah before he leaves. And I also have to stop, or finish unpacking my house because Egghead's now back home in Colorado. Yeah. So this Saturday, coming from High Altitude Martial Arts, Colorado Wolverines Qualifier is going to happen right around 12:30ish time, Mountain Time. Check us out on PGF World, Kick, and YouTube, Colorado Wolverines, Kick, and YouTube. But here's the thing that you might not understand or realize, and I missed it at first too. So, Who's Next Grappling, our Aussie friends in Brisbane, Australia. They're happening on the 26th because of time zones. I'm sorry, Eddie. I'm not flat. It's a globe. There's time zones. Okay, because of time zones, essentially you're going to go from 12:40 the Wolverines. We're going to finish up, and you're going to go right to another qualifier immediately with the Who's Next Grappling. It's if you've missed the PGF, if you love the PGF, if you want to know about PGF or marathon, folks, you're going to get a lot of PGF. It's going to be amazing. I'm excited. And you know what? As I always say every week, not everyone can have a 20-pound brain like the Egghead, but I'll do my best to help you out. See you next week, or maybe this Saturday. See you later.